We got a problem, right? We got a problem. We have a problem. We have a problem. Look, so I just got I just got a Google Pixel 9 Pro. Be the magnificent phone. Like, where's it at? Right here. Boom. Look, fire. Look at that camera setup. Definitely 100% better than iPhone 13 Pro that I have. Too many problems. I'm tired of the iOS. Every time you have to, you're on an old update. It forces you to update. Shit starts going wrong. Like, I'm having SIM card problems. When the fuck do I have SIM card problems? I'm not upgrading to a 14, 15, 16 because I fuck with my SIM cards. I don't not like eSIM. eSIM, I don't like eSIM because you can't you can't just cut it off. You can't just cut it off. You know what I mean? Like, it's not as easy. Like, is it convenient? I don't know the word for it, but I'm able to pull out my SIM card if I want to pull out my SIM card. You can't do that with eSIM. Not the same. And I want a phone with SIM card tray. So I got this one, right? Biggest problem with this phone? No, biggest problem switching, not with the phone, but switching in particular because I have Graphene OS on here. That Graphene, running Signal. I have Signal. I have everything that I need to have, right? Um, biggest problem, the biggest fucking biggest problem, bro. Transferring photos. Photos. I got the contacts. I got everything. Got the contacts. I don't really care. That's all I cared about was the contacts. I don't care about the messages because the messages don't matter. But the photos is the biggest problem. I'm gonna show you guys why. I'm gonna put the clip on like now, and this is the biggest problem. If you have this setting on your iPhone, because the iCloud, like iCloud to Graphene OS, where it's like the transfer part of it, and I have a Windows computer, obviously. This is the biggest problem. Biggest problem if you have this setting on. Reason why is because you cannot transfer it. Try to transfer it from the cloud. If you try to do it through the web, do it through the web. Like, let me show you real quick. Let me go here and show you guys real quick. Let me see. Look, this is the biggest example I can give right now. And it's this. Right here. See, the iCloud. If you do it through the web, you only have a 1,000 limit. A limit of 1,000. You only have a limit of 1,000, which is horrible. Because if you try to just do 1,000, like I have 8,000 photos or files, right? Biggest problem is the live photos. Live photos they split into two. When you do it that way, they split into two. Um, Sometimes they don't. But since they're in different zips, they end up retaking the same name and they end up being duplicates of each of a photo or some videos. They end up doing duplicates, and then the live photos just break. They just completely break. Um, on on the Graphene OS phone, I'm using AVES, which for as a gallery, so it could show up motion photos, so it could show up videos, it could show up photos, everything to show anything and everything that I need. And I think it could be better. I personally think it could be better, right? Um, you know, I don't know exactly what to do now because I tried it. Like, I have a virtual box machine here, and because I don't have space on my computer, I have no space on my computer at all. I have a 256 gigabyte computer, like from 2019, 2020, right? Doesn't matter. But anyways, that's what I have. So I want to have an external hard drive or SSD that is that has room for like the 100 gigs that the 8,000 files is. It's 100 gigs. It's 105 to 98 gigs. It's around that range, and so I was able to use the external drive by using a virtual machine, and then I was trying to transfer it to the Pixel, which I have the Pixel 9, like I said, and it didn't work. It just didn't work, and it'll do majority of it. Like, I have 60 gigs after all the shit that I have on my phone. Like, I have all the music. I know the ways to get studio quality music with without having to pay for premium and none of that bullshit. Anyways, I have I have like I think 40 gigs of music, so I have like 60%. I have 60 gigabytes of storage filled on my Pixel, so it should be maybe around 160, 154, around that range. It keeps stopping at 107 gigs. So it's doing like 40, maybe 40, 50 gigs. And that's like half of it. I tried doing it that way through the web with the zip files individually. Did not work. Duplication problems, live photo breaking problems, and I tried it the other way. Was syncing it with through a virtual machine. Like I kind of tried to think out the box, and it partially did it. The live photos don't work unless he just doesn't support it. Like the live photos, like on the app is supposed to support it, but it doesn't. You know, I don't know why. It should. I don't know why the live photos aren't working. If someone knows, let me know. Please contact me or just drop a comment. Anyways, though, this is the setting that I'm talking about on the what do you call it, on the iPhone. Well, I switched it, and like my iPhone don't even have storage to do it, so this is gonna be like difficult as hell. But anyways, that setting right here, the iCloud optimized phone storage and iCloud photos. This one right here. No, I don't even think this was the problem. It's this right here, right here. The optimized storage, that is, it puts it in the cloud, and this is the problem that I'm having with the cloud trying to download it onto my computer. So I get it on the Pixel. And on top of that, I did it the way I synced it, like how you sync with Windows or with the iCloud app, on the iCloud Windows app. I did that on the on the virtual machine, and it's giving me wrong dates. Now it's giving me wrong dates. Now there's a lot that is correct, and there's a lot that is not correct. So I'm having like pictures I know for damn well when it was taken. Like for example, I had a video that was taken in December. I know it was taken in December, and it said it was taken on October of this year. That happened last year. So it's weird. Like I don't know if there's a better way of doing this. I tried using sync thing, that little cloud thing, that open source cloud little thing, but nothing worked. But yeah, I just want to get like a PSA about it. It's a PSA about it because it's not easy. It's not easy. I don't know personally what to do. If you know, let me know. Thank you for watching. This is basically, you know, my call out for help, my call out for help, and also like letting other people know if you want to do this trade, because I can give a shit about convenience. I came from Samsung, like I'm a Samsung type of guy, but Samsung nowadays is like a Google Pixel with the Samsung name. They phased out all the Samsung products and using Google ones. Not the Samsung watches and or Airbuds, but I'm talking about the shit with the tracking, Google Messages, Google everything. Google involved into everything. I don't mess with that. That's not me. I don't. I want my privacy. I want my stuff. And yeah, I'm posting it on YouTube, so you know what I mean. But unless someone's gonna make another open source video platform as big as YouTube, shit, I'll walk my way happily to that damn to that website, to that application or whatever. I know Rumble has some stuff going on, but it's not as popular. I'm not gonna, even though the discovery pages on a lot of these platforms are horrendous, but you know. But basically, I have a 128 gig iPhone 13 Pro, and I'm switching to Pixel 9 Pro, Graphene OS. I'm not trying to use any Google or Apple products in the process. Well, Apple, if it's easy enough, and it depends on the trade-offs, like the privacy trade-offs, because on Google you're getting tracked every single little move that you do just for the facts of advertisements. Like, oh no, bro, no. Why is it when I talk about something a week later, 2 days later, oh look what popped up magically? I got an ad about. Like, really? You did ask? Like, come on, bro. Anyways, look, that's my biggest problem. You should not turn on this setting on your iPhone if you ever switch to Android. I want to say. And on top of that, because you got to pay for iCloud storage. Now I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't pay for iCloud storage. I don't like iCloud storage. I always found it dumb. That's why I never wanted to be on an iPhone. This is my first iPhone, and this is my last iPhone. This iPhone 13 Pro. No, I can't. No, there's no purpose. There's no purpose. I guess yeah, it's a little bit smoother. It's more like iPhone is for a person that is like looking for something that just works and is simple. Simple as that, you know. Um, Android, you have a lot of customizability. Definitely 100% way more than Apple. I remember on my Note 9, my Samsung 8 Plus, my Note 5, I mean my S5 active that I had, S6, I had my thing customized down to the brim. Like I had everything, you know, even Galaxy themes was cool. You know, I would have my thing themed out a certain way. It would be cool. It would make these little noises, customize my own ringtone, notification, all that. I know you're able to do that on Apple, but like on Apple, it's more like a loophole. It's not. It's more of a loophole than a feature. Like it's just a loophole to do it. Like you gotta go through GarageBand and do that other shit, you know. But it's way easier on Samsung Android. But I mean, you know. Anyways, this is about graphene. Graphene and switching from iPhone to graphene. Just don't have that setting on. I don't know the solution to fix it. I've tried it. I've tried it with a virtual machine. I tried to do the zips from the web. Did not work. Um, what else? I tried doing it from the cloud itself. This shit was talking about it's gonna take a week. I let this shit sit for 2 days trying to do it through the cloud. The open source cloud thing did not work at all. Um, but yeah, this is my PSA. Thank you for watching. Obviously, you know, if you're going through the same thing, or you're going through, if you got any questions, want to contact me, talk to me, or anything, just comment down below. I'll message you. Peace. Yeah, I did totally forget to say about the whole setting that was telling you guys to take off. That basically what it does when you put optimized iPhone storage, it downloads the low quality versions of the photos and everything that you got on your phone to save space, and pre gives you the previews of it. And when you have internet, it gives you the high quality one. So that's why when you click it, you know it's high quality. But that's why it always loads. I don't know if you noticed, but sometimes on videos when you don't have internet, you have a shitty service. It loads, like it loads because it's coming from the cloud, and that's the high quality version. You know that's why the videos and photos usually take us so much space. But then once you hit that setting, it dies all the way down.